Hello, friend! Welcome back to another video with Jen, the man. Yesterday was the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century. There's a lot of 21s yesterday. 21, 1, 21. On a 21 hour, 21 minute, 21 second. Oh my god. So many 21s yesterday. But just letting you know. Well, third week of January. How have you all been? What's happening? You know? How's life? Fun? I'm asking the same question as last week. I'm still asking the same thing. Is it fun? Yeah, so this week there's a lot of things happening, especially in Malaysia, and there are a lot of things that are just you kind of like just go like what's happening, right? But anyway, this week also there's a movie that I watched, and also there's a game that I finished. So I'm gonna talk about that after this current news and current events that happened over the last week. So let's get into it. Jamal! So the first thing that I want to talk about is this si bodoh kau dengar sini. Hashtag si bodoh kau dengar sini. Basically it was trending on Twitter. But this is so direct translation, si bodoh kau dengar sini is, hey idiot, listen here. Hey idiot, listen here. Let's give a backstory of what actually happened, okay? So oh yeah, just want to let you all know that MCO 2.0 has been extended until the 4th of February. So with that in mind, means that Chinese New Year, it might not happen. I mean, it won't happen lah. I mean, come on. The cases have been like 3K, 4K, and seeing that, you know, the cases are just steady in that number and it's not gonna improve and it's I think it's gonna increase. Even our brother DG Hisham also say like come February it will reach until 5K one. So there is no typo sum, and then now I'm pretty sure there's no Chinese New Year. So this year will be a bit different. So hopefully lah, you know, the cases improve and then we can all go back hometown and celebrate with our families. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? But yeah, I mean, the cases are not improving, and but MCO, a lot of people are still, you know, following the SOPs and trying to adhere to all the you know, the limitations, the curfews and whatnot. So I think everyone's trying their best, you know, and it's very hard on the businesses. It's very hard on people that stays alone at home and no family and whatnot. So you know, it's very hard emotionally, mentally for those people. And yeah, you just gotta, you know, just stay strong, and you know, everything will be better. So if hopefully the situation will improve, and yeah, if it does improve, then we can have Chinese New Year. But by the looks of it, I don't think we'll have Chinese New Year this year. So just to give a context, and so eateries and restaurants, they all will have you know, the hour that they stop you know, giving out food, because it's part of MCO, it's part of SOPs. So they have to like close the shop down just before, you know, nighttime, and go back home. So yeah, for eateries and restaurants, their operating hours is until 8 p.m. Yeah, and they struggle because there are so many orders coming in at around 7 something. It's because that is the time that people usually want to eat, so they order from Grab and whatnot. So Burger Lab had just a flood of orders coming in at 7:30. I think it's around there, which make them hard to keep track of the orders, because I think over 40 orders at one time. So they had to like cancel a lot of orders. So they posted up on their website, I think social media lah. So they say that, oh, I'm so sorry for all the people who ordered, you know, we're trying our best and whatnot. So yeah, so this led to a few conversations going on Twitter. Okay, so the whole hashtag, it all started from here. Fins Rahim made a dumb tweet lah. Okay, he say, I don't understand why people make a fuss out of it. Next time just order earlier lah. Food Panda and Grab, I think 7 Plus, they only cancel order. So if you're going back home late from work, just order a day before lah. Put it in the fridge. The next day only reheat lah. If there's a will, there's a way, bro. So this Yarafei had enough, and so she said, idiot, you listen here. The business hour from 11 to 8. Every Malaysians also have to order around that time. And what you think? Food Panda and Grab is a machine, is it? Everybody comes back from work, don't have time to cook because the next day they have to go back early again. Go back to work again. If every day, find a way. If you ask the citizens to find a way, they all will just cannot make it lah. Why not you just ask the government to extend the operating hours? With this short amount of operating hours, it's hard for the staff also, that all the ones that make the food, they don't have the time to take a break, have to OT if it's and have to OT. OT also doesn't pay, so it's don't have the energy, have to like drive back some more. You think they have time to cook? So she's saying like, sometimes she doesn't reply to this kind of thing, but this kind of tweets make her very angry lah. So that was the tweet, and then after that, the tweet got trending on Twitter, and the government had a response. And that response is that now restaurants and eateries are able to operate until 10 o'clock at night. So this tweet is actually the cause of this to happen, which I'm quite proud. Like, dude, you're able to use social media to create change, and I feel that this is quite good lah. So you have now here the Ministry of Defense, just coming out with a statement just today. So yesterday, saying that eateries are able to allowed to operate until 10 p.m. So that's good. We can have more time to order. Sometimes for me personally is that when it comes to like 7:30, I cannot order already because all the restaurants in like Grab and whatnot has already been closed. So for this whole week, right, I haven't ordered anything from Grab. I've just been eating at home, cooking at home. So I mean, I'm working from home lah, so I cannot say like, oh, I don't have time, but I do have time. So I mean, working from home, I have more time. I will have time, to cook lah, because I don't have to travel. So I think, but I mean, sometimes I just work until like 7 something already, then want to order, cannot order. So now I think past 8 o'clock also I can still order. So that's good lah, after 10. But eating late at night also is not good lah. Currently I have with this plan with a friend, just on a diet plan, not diet plan lah, but more like wanting to lose weight. So I'm trying to lose weight as well. So I think so this is one of the news that came out. And second thing is our brother in US of A. Which brother? President Biden, who has become a president yesterday, the day before yesterday. So he was sworn in, and he is the president now. And you have an Asian Latina black woman who is a vice president, I think the first ever one. But everybody was happy. Donald J. Trump wasn't there at the inauguration. I don't know where he went. But so just updating on that. So right now we have another 4 years. We have 4 years of this brother they call. So hopefully things will be better in US of A. No more all this violence happening. Everything is more truthful. Yeah, I mean, like if America does good, if America does well, everyone in the world also does well. So I think because they are such a big country, right? So I think it's good that now US is more stable. I think future wise also, it will be much better lah. They're back into the Paris Agreement. They've lift the bans for Muslims. So I think there are many things that they're doing right now. Also, like COVID is also quite serious in US. So hopefully, they get everything sorted there, and all the best for US. So another thing that I want to talk about is this deputy minister. He made a comment about the LGBT community, saying that they want to introduce harsher punishment against the community. First of all, it's not just LGBT nowadays, it's LGBTQIA, queer, intersex, asexuals, ally, what else? Pansexuals. So there are a lot of sexual orientations nowadays in the world, and I think Malaysia should be more inclusive. But I think I do understand that Malaysia is governed by a religion. So I think within that religion there's a law to it. And I think after this deputy minister making this comment, I went and researched, so based on the law, that if you're guilty of being lesbian or gay or bisexual or transgender, part of the community lah, you're gonna be sentenced 3 years in prison. I think 6 times of whipping, and I think you get a fine also. So yeah, not too friendly indeed. But yeah, I think there is a need of a conversation to go to about this. But yeah, I think it's just out of the blue. I don't understand why this deputy minister comes out saying about this during this COVID situation, and then there's no parliament, there's no politicians gathering and whatnot. Nobody's making a law at the moment because it's under state of emergency, and this deputy minister just came out and said things like this. And with this, there's a lot of comments about this. There is a lot of disagreements on Twitter. So a few days later, I think it's just 1 day later, our brother, Prime Minister Muhyiddin, came out and just urges all the ASEAN countries to legislate against online hate speech, threats based on race, gender, and sexual orientation. So this comes after the deputy minister. So the deputy minister is actually part of the Prime Minister's office. So one day you're saying this, one day you're saying that. But yeah, I think this is a conversation that needs to happen, and it's a good thing that our Prime Minister says that we should go against online hate speech. That there shouldn't be any threats based on gender, race, or sexual orientation. So it's a good thing to say this. But initially, when you say something like, "Oh, we need to introduce harsher law for LGBT community," it's just very just doesn't make sense. If you're one day saying this, one day saying that, it's very confusing. So yeah, I think that's just one of the current news that's happening at the moment. But I think let's just all focus on COVID right now. Trying to get this through, making sure everyone's safe, and I think that's the most important thing. I mean, understand that sexual orientation, gender, and race, although it's not really talked about here in Malaysia because it's very sensitive, But yeah, the thing about this is that we should have a conversation about it. But not right now lah. Because our country is under state of emergency. The parliaments cannot meet, make a law, and cannot do anything until the COVID-19 situation is under control. So I don't understand why the minister is coming out saying these kind of things and just and anger the community. And I think the prime minister knows about that, so came out and say this kind of things about legislate against his speech. So yeah, that's that for Malaysia. Now on to the good stuff, the things that I'm passionate about, games and movies. Let's talk about game first. Last week Sunday I finished this game called Horizon Zero Dawn. It was, I think it came out 3 years ago. I played it like a few hours, 20 hours actually. I played about 20 hours, but then I stopped because the game was really hard actually at that time lah. But after playing Ghost of Tsushima, playing like God of War, playing Red Dead Redemption, so all these games also is like an open world kind of game, Spider-Man. So I sort of like got used to the gameplay and trying to beat like hard levels and whatnot also. So I've managed to do that for those games. So I wanted to go back into this game and trying to finish it. So the whole gameplay is about 40 over hours. So it's a very good game, very nice. The scenery, the everything about it is actually quite good. It's quite action packed. It's quite a hard game, so it's very rewarding once you've gone past a certain level. Other than that, it's a really nice game. Like it's the mechanics, everything was done very, very well. It's by this Gorilla Games. So they did this before. This was Killzone. If I'm not sure whether you've known this before, but Killzone. So they were very known for Killzone, but then now they made this like whole new like system, like an open world kind of system. So it's very interesting. So I managed to like look into the documentary that they did on this company. So they were trying to find like different ways how to create a new game, because they were working on so many Killzone games, like 1, 2, 3, even like a few other like add-ons to the franchise. So they wanted something new. So what they did was they had all the company trying to pitch in. So I think they will have like 40 over pitches coming in with like 200 pages of PowerPoint slides, talking about their ideas and whatnot. I find it very interesting, and they managed to like settle on 2 ideas, and one of it was Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's very interesting. The storyline was very, very well, very nice as well. So it's basically in the post-apocalyptic after the apocalypse, human beings are still able to survive, but then there are a lot of all these machines in the world created by these humans before this lah. So you are this girl called Aloy, trying to prove herself, trying to be part of the tribe. So back to like the caveman sort of time, where you're just moving up the ladder and trying to solve the mysteries of the world and trying to find out. I think because the machines are getting corrupted by something, so you're just going on, you're just traveling around the world. It's an open world game, so you're traveling across all the different small little countries, and you're just trying to find out and trying to find your own history as well. So that's the basis of the game. It's very, very nice, and I'm actually looking forward to the sequel that's coming out, I think this year or next year if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really looking forward to it. But after I finish the game, I'm like taking the CD off, keeping the game inside, because it was so much. so many things to do, and it was a very difficult game. So I felt so tired after that. After like going into work also, I feel like it's a drain to go to work. So but yeah, this game I would recommend to everyone who wants to try something new. But yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, do check it out. I think it's a very good game. Do let me know if y'all played this game. How do y'all think about it? Yeah, I really like to talk about games. Basically, nowadays with like I think ever since Red Dead Redemption 2, I started to play a lot of all these open world games, and Ghost of Tsushima so far is the best one out of it. I think so far Ghost of Tsushima is like my top game lah. Just below The Last of Us. But Last of Us 2, I didn't really like it lah. Not because of the story. I think the story is just a direction that they try to go to. I can get with that, but it's just the gameplay lah. I feel it's very limiting. So when you go into like Ghost of Tsushima and you're trying to play that game, right? It's like so freeing, so flowy, that kind of thing. Whereas Last of Us is very like rigid, very hard to move around. They're trying to sell that natural feeling now. So I feel that Last of Us was much better for me personally. Last of Us 2 was just a little bit too much for me. But yeah, that's about games. So movies, I saw this movie Soul by Pixar just a few days ago, and I really like the film. It's a very good film. I've always been a fan of Pixar films ever since Toy Story. When I watched Toy Story when I was young, I think I was quite scared lah. But other than that, I think Pixar has really it's really interesting to see what sort of topic they are wanting to focus on. And Soul was basically about the afterlife. So this guy called Gardner, he is a jazz musician, jazz pianist, and he's just trying to find trying to find a place that he belongs. So he's a school teacher. He gets his full-time job there, but then he was not happy. He really wants to go on gigs and trying to play, trying to be the pianist, the jazz pianist with a band. So there was this opportunity that he's able to get it, but then sadly after that he died. And that's the start of the movie already. So yeah, it talks about the afterlife, talks about you have to live your time here on earth one day at a time, and trying to make the best out of it. I think that's the message that they're trying to go with lah. It's a very mature film for a kids movie. So I think Pixar films are always great lah. So I think Soul is one of the good ones. So I think if you all have the chance to go and watch it, do go and watch it. I think Soul is a very good movie. I didn't cry though, but it's a very touching movie. I feel, it's a touching movie, but not the ones that you would cry with. I didn't cry. I mean, I do cry in films, but I didn't really cry for this. But it's a touching film. It's a good film. It was well made. I saw this video about how they use lights for this movie. So if you all had the chance to watch this movie, try to take note of the lighting. Try to take note of the background, because the background is actually something that they really take attention to, especially in terms of the lighting. It makes it very real, very natural, like as if you're seeing what's real, but it's actually all digital. Like it's all animated, so it's very well done in terms of like how the technology have improved over time ever since the first Toy Story until now. So you can really see the difference. But I think Soul is a very well made film. So if you all have a chance to go and watch it, I think it's a good movie. Pixar films you can't go wrong with. Anyway, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining. See you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Do leave a like and subscribe. And comment. I don't know, have I said anything that's wrong or there's a need to improve? This is only my 3rd video so far. But yeah, thank you all for joining in. Till then, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.